At On a Divine Note, we explore a wide range of topics that nourish the soul and body.
From healing and wellness to relationships and spirituality, we dive into the mind, self-care, trauma, love, and so much more.
Join us as we create a space for growth, connection, and holistic well-being. Welcome to On a Divine Note.
All right, guys, so we are continuing with part 2 of episode 13, where Ayana was just here and blessed us with her presence, her sound healing session, her wisdom, just all of the things. So we're just going to kind of recap everything and how we feel, things we've learned, how we're feeling, just everything.
Wow. Honestly, let's talk about that meditation.
It was just so beautiful.
God.
I feel so relaxed.
So relaxed.
Like I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with her telling us to put the intention and all of the energy into our heart before we began the meditation, it just made me feel like I was releasing certain things.
Yes.
And I started to feel things within my heart because I feel like maybe I did kind of close off my hurt a little bit to certain things. It just felt really good.
Yeah, same. I can definitely agree. I felt like I was in a trance.
Yeah.
You know, just like this healing like hole or something. It felt really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good. I didn't want it to be over.
Right. It's so funny because while we was in the meditation, I was so into it and I was so deep. And I found I jerked. I was like,
yeah.
I'm like,
where? And I was like, oh my goodness, like where am I? Like I was really confused because I felt so relaxed.
Yes, same.
It was a relaxed feeling.
Yeah.
One thing I do love though is sound bowl meditations, and I don't let anyone do sound bowl. This is a second person I actually allowed to do sound bowl meditation on me. So. She listen.
Yeah.
Just get it.
You got to be right.
It has to be right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what
beautiful.
She said, y'all, is us doing the sound therapy or the meditation without doing like the guided, or she said just to sit in the silence.
Right.
I do a lot of guided meditations. You do a lot of guided meditations. Yes. But I think it's so important, like she was saying,
to just sit with yourself.
In silence.
Yes.
Just in silence. Or like you do with just the sound bowl.
Yeah.
Instead of having it guided.
Having someone
and you
speak.
can hear really what you're supposed to hear. You know what I mean?
Instead of what you're trying to manifest, right?
Exactly.
That's a really big takeaway that I took from having her.
Yeah.
Is I wanna do that more.
Yeah.
And that has to be something that goes into, the monthly healing part. Like, when I do certain things, massages and do things like that, I do want to fit that in with her, at least a sound bowl healing.
Definitely.
At least, about twice, maybe
just
twice
for your health.
Twice a month for me.
Right.
I don't know, like that. It does. It matters. Like, it feels good. And the one thing that she said, y'all, that stood out to me was when she said, it was quite a few things. Gosh, she had a whole bunch to say.
So many things.
Unlearn what you was taught. And that was deep.
Yeah.
And how healing starts within. And y'all know that's what we talk about all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's real.
It is real.
And then forgiveness and then judgment. It was a lot, she said.
So much.
Yeah.
And like you said, all things that like you've taught us specifically and things that we just like amongst the three of us speak about all the time. And so it's good to like have somebody with so much wisdom kind of give you that confirmation that like, okay, we're on the right path. We're doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it feels good to hear like, yes, okay, cool. Like we're supposed to. We're on the right path. Yeah.
And you don't feel like you're going crazy because sometimes you do.
Sometimes it's like a little bit crazy.
I was like, is this me? Like,
right.
Is this my thoughts? Is this
right?
Is this, am I getting this download directly from God?
Right.
Is this God that's guiding me? Is it my, like she said, is it my intuition? Is it my ego? Is it this? Is it that? Is it that?
Yeah.
That right there. And then another conversation that I've always had with myself, y'all, is heart versus mind.
Yes.
My heart versus my mind.
Yeah. That's deep too, Shira.
For her to say that the fetus, and I never knew that.
Right.
I did not.
I didn't
that
either.
The heart
so you learned something new.
The heart develops first, and the heart communicates with the brain.
Like, I didn't know that either.
Or
No, yeah.
Well,
the heart communication to the brain, not the other way around.
On how to react.
Which is what a lot of us think. Yeah.
So it's like when they say follow your heart.
Truly.
Is that really follow your heart? So the only question I have, and I'm going to be like Ayana. I have a question.
I have another question.
Like, what if your heart is leading you? You know, and that could be fear, and that could be
that sounds like what you're about to say is fear.
Right. It sounds like your heart.
She always got a what if.
That's why she caught you when she caught you down. She don't listen to nothing. Well, what if?
What if your heart is leading you to, like, what if I'm like so in love with someone and they're just not good for me, and that's what my heart is telling me. But my brain is telling me logic.
Yeah.
So I guess, and then I guess, you know what? That's where intuition comes in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where intuition comes in. Or I think, follow your heart. You might need to stay in that for a reason. Like, there might be a deeper lesson there. It might be,
and that was one thing that she mentioned.
You never know.
Until
your heart says that you, until your heart says no.
Your heart says enough.
Yeah.
Naya, who are you?
Shira is
feeling. It's the seat. It's where you sit.
It's something about the seat. I think she left something in the seat. Y'all want to try it out? Let's try it. You want to switch?
You said I feel it in my bones.
I feel it.
Naya, you have no clue. Well, you just literally you plugged in the light bulb.
I'm glad. I can find the time.
You stay, and even though we feel like, well, why am I, or other people, why are you still in this, right? You stay until you learn what you're supposed to learn.
That lesson, and that's big. She said that.
Yeah.
You know,
everything
and we know everything is a lesson. But you know what?
There's so much. I know.
But no, it's just like why did I do that for so long? It's like, did you really get it the first time? So maybe you, like you said, maybe you need to stay in it so you can really get it and understand. Like, some lessons are for you, some lessons are for them.
Yeah.
And then everything is not a forever. It's just it's just in that moment. You know how they say seasons and reasons and things like that. All of those sayings is like so. They kind of
And with you. And okay, now you don't know what you did because, Mom, with you, you stayed in that relationship with my father, that abusive relationship with my father, for what, 5 to 6 years. And everybody was like, well, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? Even though it sounds so crazy, you weren't supposed to leave until you got it.
It was time. It had to.
She had to get it.
Wow.
So that when she did leave and she did move on, she could then walk in her new purpose, her new self.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Because you wouldn't be who you are.
I wouldn't be, because you got to think about that too, right? It's like, although he did what he did, which he was a broken person and different things that went on in his life. And now I'm not going to say I was mad at him then, but I'm not mad at him now, because when I sit back and I look at the person, what he came from, what he went through, all those things, maybe I was supposed to be there to help him out at some point, although he was hurting me in the long run. But he also helped me out. I feel like we helped each other out, and maybe he helped me more than he realizes.
And both.
You know,
because you learned about self-love,
and that's where
you learned about strength, you're an advocate. Like, it's so much. And he learned. I mean, he carried a big burden after that for so long, and had to forgive himself.
Yeah,
and I don't think he forgave himself until the more recent years.
Yeah,
so it's just wow. Now,
yeah,
it's a lot to happen.
Put it together. together.
All together. She did it.
Guys. Okay, what else? What else did she say? She said so much. I'm trying to think what else like really hit.
Well, yeah, I mean, those are the biggest.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that heart and brain thing, I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Especially, girl, us. Well, me more so than you, I would say. I'm very emotional, or
I am so emotional.
You hide it, but I guess you hide your reactions better than I do.
Not really.
No,
I think you do.
I do?
Right. That's so funny, right?
You know what?
Neither
hers.
Oh, okay.
She like both of y'all.
I don't know who they talking to or who they trying to convince.
I'm like, you're so good at this. She's like, no,
you're good at it.
You're excellent at this. You lied.
No, but okay, what were we about to say?
No, I'm just saying because when we feel a way, or I mean, if we're triggered by something, like we feel our emotions in the moment, and we feel that in our heart, and to realize like the effect that has on our atmosphere and our body.
Yes,
that was one thing she said
that's so important.
Me,
it changes my whole perspective.
It does.
Like she said, on like just controlling, because we have more control than we think over the way that we feel, and to know now that what's happening here is communicating here and like changing things. I'm like, okay, I gotta be super conscious now, like even more than before.
That's so true.
Then you know what I mean.
It actually everything that you literally just said. Now, what you drinking some Ayana juice?
Right.
It's like the reason why, because it's like she's really like you bringing everything up, because it's a lot.
Not be high, y'all. I said high up in here.
And like, look, she told us when we opened up that heart shock. She said, "Y'all about to be alive," and she wasn't lying.
Don't just wait.
That girl. But the crazy part about it is, right? She was saying. One thing that she said was peaceful healing and her wellness actually
coincide.
It's like sisters.
Yes.
Sisters and brothers and siblings, whatever the case may be, because digging within. She didn't say it, but closing the windows and the doors of the outside world, becoming one with self, becoming one with the higher self. When in sickness, the reason why I started because of sickness and started digging within, and the reason why the sickness came was because of stress and anger and hate and all of those things that was going on with me. But when I started, when I shed it, what you call it, the shed, when I went into that coma and things like that, it's like kind of like I swerved out of that and I came into this new person, and then I had to come out again and turn into a new person. Yeah. So I was just watching myself grow and grow and grow, and like she said, my heart was so messed up that then I had children after all of that. Just that's listen,
man.
That's deep.
And back to the peaceful healing coinciding with like everything that she does. It's just so beautiful that like that was downloaded on you so long ago when it was. And I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, Sher, but I feel like when that was downloaded onto her, it wasn't like this big thing that everybody knows like it is now.
Yeah.
So like I'm just so
many years ago
that I was a part of that and was able to like know that before it came this thing that everybody's
so
talking about and so conscious about.
That
like
was so long.
That was so long ago. Like we have been awake for a lot longer than
the norm.
The norm. Yeah. Now it's like
now it's kind of popular.
It's kind of popular, but back then it was like
nobody. Like what?
What?
Yeah.
You're spending time processing your like
Yeah.
Right.
Who does
shutting the doors and the windows, the outside?
Like, why would you do that? I need my cell phone.
She got so much criticism.
Yes.
My mom got so much criticism, and we are going to do an episode specifically around peaceful healing.
I can't wait.
To continue the healing conversation in general.
Yeah.
But so much criticism, so much judgment, like Ayana said. So much judgment from the outside world, not even knowing your story, not even knowing your walk with God, not even knowing like where that came from. And it came from the man above. It came from upstairs.
Literally. Right. And now we like know that, like for sure. We didn't know it before, we know it now.
Right. And that's what I was. Yeah. That's why when she said they gonna come, Did y'all hear what she said?
She said they're gonna
how
come.
how do the people, how did they? She said they're gonna come. Because look, she was here. She said, Deshira met her and she's here now. Everybody who we meet, we all kind of like, remember I told y'all one time before, and I don't know if y'all even remember this, and I said, the people are going to come. They're going to come when it's time for them to come. But until then, we're building our tribe. So all of the old is actually being removed and all of the new is actually coming in. I don't know if y'all remember me saying that. Those who stayed, they strong enough to stay. But those who left, they gone.
Right.
And I'm not talking about peaceful healing. I'm just talking about friends,
In
maybe
general.
family, maybe jobs. You know,
that happens when you vibrate at a certain frequency.
A different, very different level.
The beat to your life and who you are elevates. I was telling you, Naya, when I actually had a realization that, oh gosh, I must be vibrating at a higher frequency. I must be being obedient, because when I showed up at that woman's doorstep and me lying on her and we're doing this sound therapy and all that, I pulled up and I went in there and I saw this woman doing everything that I wanted to do and embodying the essence of everything that I want to be.
Yeah.
And God brought me to her door. And I was having imposter syndrome. I was telling you, like, am I supposed to be here right now?
Yeah.
Like, how is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they will come to you when they are ready and when they are vibrating at a certain frequency and when they have changed their mindset and changed their life and they're ready.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And you got people who just don't even understand it either.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's before you close those windows and doors of the outside world, you are stuck. You're in the matrix.
Right.
Because you're listening to everything that's happening out there in the world today. Everything. Oh, Trump did this, or the stuff that's in the news about Diddy, and whatever the case may be. It's just so many different distractions, and you become a part of that. All of the stuff that's going on these talk shows, and whatever the case may be, different movies, and and then everybody is stealing everybody else's identity when we were actually, everything was instilled in us.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's why I always say dig within. And for someone that's, is much older than me and she's wise and she's lived life, I just always want to stay wise and keep learning and being a student forever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then you just said something. Is it the chat? Is it the couch?
She need to turn on this couch.
Get up and get on the couch. But
What?
you understand? But everyone is stealing everyone's identity.
Yes.
And Ayana said, like, that's going to be the new saying, but Ayana said.
I like that. Ayana
said.
Right. Yep. We are all unique to ourselves.
Yes.
We all have unique DNA.
Yes.
She said your grandmother, great-grandmother, your ancestors walk with you and you are reincarnated into Rabia. You are reincarnated into Naya. I am Deshira. But it's so much more and beyond that.
Yes.
And I'm so unique from you and you're so unique from me and you are unique from me. And although you're my mother, we are different.
Very,
so it's like, why do we all want to be Naya?
Yes.
Why do we all want to be Deshira?
Yes.
Why do we all want to be Rabia? And I think, I know.
I'm so happy you
changed that. I know.
I love it.
That if we sat with ourselves and we really got to know ourselves and spent the time, we wouldn't want to be anybody else but ourselves because we would love ourselves so much for how unique and different our DNA. So that what you said about us all wanting to be like the other person or stealing each other's DNA, it's important. It's unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like we're trying to show up as who we think people want us to be.
Yes.
But it's like once you actually get to know yourself and you start walking as that person, you realize that people like that so much better.
Anyway.
Like,
right.
You're like, why was I doing this the whole time? And like, this is honestly like a new thing for me. Like, truly, like walking as Naya, like fully Naya, showing up every day. This is like new, like a year, 2 years type thing, you know? And it feels so good. And the things that I'm attracting, the feeling, when she said that, I was like, I knew exactly what she was talking about.
It's not even the way they view, but how do you
the way I feel, like feeling in that like pocket, you know. Once you're in it, and you know what it feels like, and you know what it doesn't feel like. That's what she said. And the things you just start attracting and everything, like
when you show up
all
for
starts
you,
with self. It's so true.
Show up for you. You show up for you every day, then you can never be anybody else, or because you really truly love yourself. And what they used to say, I know that saying is, a man or a person can tell you insecure from a mile away.
Right.
Yeah.
And I never knew what that meant at first. And then when I would see how people who are insecure, I had that eye and I could see they'll do certain things, whatever they're insecure about. Some people talk about it. Oh, don't worry about my this, that, and the third. Oh, da 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 da. Or what I mean by that, not this, that, and the third. I'm gonna say, oh, my hair not cut.
Right.
Oh, girl, I need to get my hair done.
Right.
Or like covering up because they don't like maybe their stomach or those type of things. People do that a lot.
Yeah.
They'll talk about themselves before they allow you to do it. I've seen it done so many times. And it's like, I can know my nails need to be done. I'm not going to tell you my nails need to be done. I'm not going to say, oh, well, I ain't coming because if they need to be done, they need to be done. I'm not going to point it out because most of the time people don't see it anyway.
Right.
Or unless you like, I notice nails. You know what I'm saying? Like, your nails are so beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but it doesn't make the person, and I feel like they need to understand that. If that seemed like I kind of went all around the world with that, but I'm saying just showing up for self, and being who you are,
being who you are,
man,
y'all, this was so good.
Yes, it was.
Let's do before we go, what divine note are we on?
Yes,
what divine note are we on?
Yeah, man, I'm on a divine note of healing.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh my gosh, Naya. Oof. The divine note that I was on when we first started and the divine note that I'm on
so
now.
different.
So different. Yes.
Yes. So Naya, I'm going to steal yours. I'm on a divine note of not only healing, but also rediscovering who I am in my entirety, because I feel like I have been showing up as a different version of that's not as really authentic to myself. And another thing that you said is, I'll vibrate at a high frequency and I'll get all these things attracted to me, and then I'll go back into my comfort zone, and then I notice things being taken away from me. So I'm on a healing note, and I'm on a note of rediscovering myself and staying there and bringing practicing that every day so I can stay there and not lose all the blessings I just got. So my divine note change.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that though.
Yes.
I love the divine note changing.
Yeah.
Woo.
Divinely, I'm still on that path of not just healing, health wise healing, healing who I am, showing up as I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but a better me every day.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Just been on a path of learning.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Wow.
Learning from a child.
Yeah.
Learning, listening.
Yeah.
So divine note, divinely.
Divinely.
That's where I'm at.
Man, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to part 2, our little recap, y'all. We are so excited. We got a lot of work to do, as y'all can see. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things.
All the stuff.
Comment while you're actually watching the video.
Comment right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, really fast, keep going back to the video so you guys can listen to the sound bowl. That's for all of you.
Yeah.
For all of you guys to experience. So if you can just kind of like take that time and rewind it back and just have, I believe it's
10 minutes?
10 minutes to 11 minutes. Just kind of, go into it. Go into that deeply, like she said, it's for the heart chakra. Open up your heart forgive, detach, all those things.
Yeah.
Do that. And let us know in the comments what you think. Whether it's during the time that you do it with us or later. Just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
See you in our next episode.
See you later.
Thanks for watching.
Now, for the remainder of the episode, please enjoy the beautiful and healing sounds of Ayana as she guides us through a calming sound bowl session. Let this be your moment to breathe, release, and receive. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and follow us on all social media platforms.